Good evening, mortals. Hello. We're gonna play some D&D tonight. Say hi, everyone.
Hello, chat. No,
Hello.
I'm the only one.
Yeah, it's just me and Howard tonight, guys. We're gonna play Dungeons and Howers.
I like this game.
Alright, you wake up in a cave. It is very dark. What do you do?
I loot the room.
Okay. You find a chest, which you open. Unfortunately, the chest turns out to be a mimic, and it consumes you whole. You are dead. Try again.
I hate this game.
I'm pretty sure Aki knows exactly what that game is about. Yeah, we're playing Curse of today. So that should be fun. I gotta make it so that I can lie to you guys by switching to push to talk. Not that I would ever lie to you guys. I would definitely lie to those guys. Please ignore the many, many, many tildes I just sent to the tabletop chat. Anyway, welcome back. So, if you guys will recall, you had just actually done something good for a change. You had saved a small child's life. You remember that?
Oh, hello. Jordan, you're muted.
I'm not muted. Oh my god, I'm fucking god.
Well, I guess we know what button Jordan's push to talk is.
It changed my fucking settings. For some reason, it deleted my push to talk button. So I was just talking to you guys for like 5 minutes.
And not even that. You put it in the fucking gen chat. Did you not see that?
I already apologized for that, actually, which you would know if I was able to speak. I also said hi to... God damn it, now everyone's pushing their push to talk button in the chat. For fuck's sake. Oh, no. Okay. We're playing Curse of Straw. If you guys will remember, you actually did something good for a change. I was being nice to you, and now I'm not doing that anymore because you're being mean to me. But you had saved a little girl and gone to a celebration because of it. Do you guys remember that, or was that a fever dream? Yeah, I can talk. I just can't be heard.
Somebody went through my fucking bag.
That did happen, yeah. Weird, right?
You should throw them into the sun.
You should try to throw them.
Yeah, throw them into the sun.
Yep.
Also, hey Lavana, how's it going? Okay, so we're going to pick up where we left off, which was after that celebration. It is now morning at the Vistani camp. Well, morning is generous. It's late morning. There was a lot of drinking and feasting and staying up late into the night.
I'm gonna pray and do my spell prep.
Okay. Oh my god, I forgot you wrote Candle
I
was
too
here
will do
using
that.
telekinesis. Oh, I hate it. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I do it. Do I get my magic? Do I get my spells?
Oh, that's a good question. Didn't you do something that put that into jeopardy? What was it you did? Could you remind the audience?
I wrote Candle was here in the dirt on the side of the hill, which apparently counted as violating their home, which brought me down to true neutral on the alignment chart.
Yeah, that checks out. That seems about right to me. Which is 2 steps removed from Boldre, isn't it?
Yeah, I think she's lawful and good. And I was neutral good, and now I'm just neutral.
So
The neutral good came from doing a B&E.
because you were doing it for the right reasons. Okay, so you pray for your spells?
Yeah, buddy.
Do you cast any of them?
No, why would I? I only pray for them so I get them, and I'm obviously confident that I get them because I've
Okay.
never not gotten them.
Yeah, obviously. So, checks out. Makes sense. You pray for your
Wait,
spells.
I'm gonna cast Death Ward on myself again.
Oh, okay. You cast the spell and you feel the miracle surround you.
Hug. Back to you. Anybody else?
Okay. Since it was never up for debate, how are you also get your spells?
I feel blessed.
See what just being following the same pattern as a religious character does for you, Candle.
No.
All right, fair enough. I tried. Where is everyone else? Please arrange yourselves in the area.
Are we near the wagons?
You are right in the middle near the wagons. Yeah. Weirdly, boop, you're right there.
You said that I was sleeping in a tent, I believe.
You were sleeping in a tent?
You also, or something. I was sleeping in something. Also, you moved the candle was here.
Oh
Now
no.
it's over somebody's wagon.
Oh no. They are in the Vistani camp just outside of Kretch.
Although, I mean, if I carve it into a wagon, that would probably knock me down another alignment bump, wouldn't it?
It would knock you down
At least
too,
one.
yeah. You would become unaligned and turn into an animal.
Emerald.
Is there a way to make it so that the black disappears when the shadow still comes back when I move around? Like it doesn't gray out?
Yep, there's a way to fix that. I'll do that. Also, do we have an emerald? Is that what that is?
Yes.
Hello.
Woo!
Hello.
Let's get into a boss fight, everybody. We have everybody here.
Wait, what?
Yep, so everyone roll initiative. Strahd cackles in delight as he sees you about to raise your weapons. I'm kidding, obviously.
Damn, I was hoping for the abbot.
I mean, I guess I could. Alright, Howard, you go last. The abbot goes
Let's
3
do
times
this.
before you. Okay, so, yeah, like I said, you all wake up in the morning. Whoever wakes up first finds the corner elf that you rescued. Fuck, what was his name? 1 second, sorry. See, I knew I missed something. I always miss something. I'm a very good DM. I'm in... a lot of people request me to run games for them. I don't know why, but... Okay, so whoever wakes up first, you find Savid standing over you. The elf from Argynvostholt.
That would probably be me, because I only rest for 6 hours.
Yeah, okay. We have a literal elf in the group who I believe also didn't do any drinking, but yeah, you're probably up first.
Like, as soon as the festivities kicked off, I went into low power mode.
That is actually true. Yeah. I totally remember that happening.
Well, that's good.
But it might be more fun for it to be Emerald, so in which case I rest for twice as long and Emerald does this scene.
Okay, this will be interesting.
Yeah, if you remember that was the last session we ran, because we didn't run last week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
so...
I remember him having to come out of low power mode to scare a Vistani girl away.
Oh, she came up to me and Candle said not interested and went back into low power mode.
She came up to Candle and was like, DTF, and then Candle was like, Discord disconnect noises.
And then Windows turn off noise. Okay, but anyway, tell you what, Candle and Emerald, you both get yourselves prepared and are approached by Savid.
Okay. I'll move over to Candle.
Okay, great. And I will move Savid. Bloop. He says, I'm sure you had questions about Argynvostholt. Now that I have completed my task, I am more than happy to answer them. Do you wish to speak of it, or should I let you investigate on your own?
What happened to them?
They were killed by Strahd and his men. Perhaps I should tell you the story. Argynvostholt was a stronghold for a group of knights called the Order of the Silver Dragon. They were led by a man named Argynvost, who was, as it turned out, a silver dragon who preferred to assume the shape of a man. They provided shelter to refugees and opposed Strahd any chance they got. Strahd had his soldiers kill Argynvost, destroy the Order, and destroy their stronghold with it. Since then, it's been haunted by Argynvost's ghost, and normally we avoid it. Of course, I had no other options, which is why you found me there, dying.
Is there any way to end the haunting? Would we have to kill Strahd?
He shakes his head. I don't know. Lots of bad things happen in this game, Levana, mostly. Everyone's pretty much dead.
Candle, what are your thoughts?
Clearly, they posed enough of a threat to Strahd that you had them wiped out. There might be something worth learning in the ruins still.
Do you know of any looters that have gone through there? I'll ask Corner Elf because I'm forgetting his name.
Savid.
Savid, thank you.
He says, famously, quite a few things were taken, not the least of which were Strahd's men. From what I understand, the entire library was sacked and every book taken from it. Although I'm sure anything of value was removed as well. Strahd's men were not known for restraint.
So, I have a question.
You wake up, stumble out of your wagon.
I didn't drink last night.
Yeah, but you went into a wagon with Vistani, did you not?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay. Well, then you probably slept in this tent.
Okay.
So you come out.
I was with Emerald.
Great.
So I have a
Grimmerl.
question.
He nods and looks at you.
So, the Vistani. I've heard differing things that you both work for Strahd, and well, based on your
Savid looks around and says, I'm simply relaying to you history. We do not oppose Lord Strahd.
fair enough.
And he looks around very suggestively.
No, I'm just making sure. Okay.
He nods.
You do not oppose him?
He shakes his head. Of course not. Strahd is the lord of these lands.
Okay. I don't have any further questions.
He nods. Now, I'm told that Luvash has something he wants to speak with you about before you make way today. If you'll excuse me. And he steps away. Oh, thank you, Blackthorn.
Do we know where Luvash is?
He steps into the tent, which is where Luvash was sleeping. Luvash, you hear grumbling, you hear someone yell something, and then more grumbling, and Luvash comes out. Thank you so much, I appreciate it. He says, there you are. The heroes of the hour. Did you enjoy the festivities?
You have good
Aye.
stories.
He nods and says, yes, yes. I understood someone tried to steal from you last night. I've had the man beaten.
May I talk to him?
He shakes his head. No. I do have a gift for you, however. More as recompense for the saving of my daughter than the man that we beat. That was a matter of justice. I have a carriage for you. A wagon, actually. And he gestures over to where you see a wagon being pulled up the hill this way. And pulled by two very stocky looking horses. As it gets up the hill, you note that the horses are not horses. They appear to be bears.
Oh, right, we forgot the bears.
I didn't. Wait, do you mean the wand of bears? Because those disappeared.
No, I mean the bears that were gifted to us by chat.
Yes, chat bears. The bear chat. Bears have become a reoccurring theme in my channel, just a side note. I recently got eaten by a bear in Hades, and people freaked the fuck out. Anyway, so he says, this should serve you a spot better than one of these flighty nags. He gestures over to one of the horses, who shies away from him as his hand waves over it. Gwen wakes up shivering from either the cool morning air or the absence of the warmth of alcohol in her stomach. She slowly sits up from her makeshift bed in the grass, her fingertips going to her temples, rubbing in small circles. She rubs her eyes next, blinking at the bears in front of her, thinking perhaps she was still dreaming. You know what? You were sleeping on the side of the hill where the bears are ascending, Gwen, because I think that's hilarious. So you literally see bears pulling a carriage past you. Yeah.
Perfect.
So he says, "Please take it and go in good health. May you do whatever it is that you're trying to do."
GM, I have a quick question for you. The
Yep.
Vistani lady that we had defended, I can't find her name in my notes. We defended her from the werewolf attack.
Oh, yes. Just give me one moment.
Esmeralda.
Esmeralda.
That was
Thank you.
Esmeralda.
I don't think that's her name. Oh, it is too. Esmeralda. Yeah.
I'm going to look at him and ask, do you know somebody by the name of Esmeralda?
He looks at a little taken aback, then turns his head and spits and says, "No."
I apologize if I offended you.
He nods and says, "I do not know this person, and if I did, she would be a traitor and a cur." He spits again and says, "Please, take your carriage and be on your way."
Of course.
Hauer at this point will have gotten up, and he wants to take a look around the camp just to see what the people look like around the camp.
Mostly still asleep.
Just as a quick question, is it usual that we find other elves? Or have we encountered any other elves other than this one elf?
There are a few elves around the camp. They don't come up here to the top of the hill. They stay in the homes, which are actually mostly below the fog line most of the time.
Okay.
Give me a insight check, please. Oh God, the
yes,
bearage.
my best stat.
You note that they're all male. There are no women.
And they're awake right now.
Yeah, as far as you can tell, they did not sleep.
And okay, what do they look like? they look like emerald, or do they look like
No, they
half elves?
look full elven, but they're darker skinned, kind of more dusky skin. They all have white hair, and they're all quite lithe, but they have a certain sadness about them.
And Savid, does he look the same as the rest of them?
Yep, sure does.
Okay. So can I go to one of these homes and like take a look?
Do you try to enter one of the homes without asking?
No, I just want to see if anybody's awake to talk to.
Okay, well, which home do you go to?
Power will like wander off past the fog line.
Okay, you almost run into one of the elves who is standing at the front door. He's clearly a guard. He says, "May I help you?"
I only meant to inquire as to why there is a.
This is just
elven
normal
camp
fog. Don't know what
with
you're
the
talking about.
Vistani.
He says, there's not an elf encampment with the Vistani. We're here first."
My mistake. I rephrase my question. Why is there a Vistani camp with the elves?
Because Lord Strahd has told them they may rest here.
And you obey this Lord Strahd.
He looks pained and then nods and says, "Of course, he is the lord of these lands."
I think I understand. Do you have a elf that speaks for all of you, or is it that everyone is for themselves?
He says, "There are too few of us for us to require a leader."
I see. Is there any place you call home, or is this it?
He says, "This is our home."
Do you need any help, perchance?
He says,
Healing,
"Perhaps you should speak with Casimir." He points in a direction and says, "Go to that home. He lives there."
I will smile and bow, and then follow his direction.
Okay. So he points to this house. Yeah, I mean, he is
cannot
trying to
see
die,
anything 'cause
obviously.
It's all blacked out. One sec. Which
Ooh.
one is it? Okay, thank you.
There are 3 guards outside this house. Is anyone
Would
joining
one-
Howard, or...
Yes, I was about to say, do we all want to join Howard with the bears?
I believe it's pronounced
bears.
Barrage.
The barrage?
The barrage? Okay.
You know, because it's a carriage drawn by bears.
I will kindly point everyone's attention towards the chat where I said Candle christens the bear-drawn carriage the barrage.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see that.
I do
Candle-
not agree with this
Kendall
pun.
uses telekinesis to write the barrage on the side of the
I
carriage.
was literally thinking about doing that, but I don't know if my alignment could take another hit.
I feel
It's
like
yours.
I am taking psychic damage listening to these.
That is how I feel literally every time I play this game with you people. Anyway,
Can you move us to him, GM? Or whoever's going?
yeah, who's going?
I am.
Okay.
I'm gonna get on like the driver's seat of the barrage and drive the barrage over.
Okay. The barrage only
Almost
really works on the
streetwise.
roads, and it's
Then I
not in the
don't do
direction
that.
of the road.
Then I distinctly don't do that, and I sit in the driver's seat ready to chauffeur the gang.
Okay. Who else is going with Himmerl, which is Howard and Emerald together?
Wait for Gwen, and then I mentioned that we should go.
Okay. Gwen blinks, shakes her head, and then shakes her head, rather. She feels the dew in the grass dampening her legs before, and therefore concludes that this is indeed a strange reality. The bears were quite strange to begin with, especially since where she was from, the only things that exist were dust, sand, and lizards. Gwen and Grim, you going down?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know where we're going. Thank you.
Gwen? Okay. Kendall, you're staying up.
I'm just gonna actually quickly confer with the bears, make sure they understand to stay, and then I am also gonna join the party because splitting the party is doo-doo.
Okay, so you tell the bears. Let's actually role play out that conversation. I think that's.
I'll be the bears. It's fine. I got good bear noises.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So Kendall
okay.
gets off the driver's seat and walks up to the.
Wait,
bear
real
in the
quick. Can I talk to you in dead chat, Aki? Just real quick.
Sure.
So just to be clear, these are standard normal bears. Like they're used to carrying a load, but they're not intelligent. They're just bears. Perfect. All right, let's go back. Okay, I just had to briefly murder Aki. Okay,
Yeah,
go.
we had to discuss roleplay for the bears.
Yeah, I had to give her character
Yeah,
notes.
Kendall gets
Yeah.
off like the driver's side of the barrage, which I'm guessing is the left side, goes to the bear on the left, and looks that bear straight in the eyes and says to him,
Need to stay here. Okay.
and the Kendall goes over to the bear beside that bear and looks that one in the eyes and says,
I need you to stay here too.
does it murmur?
Is it? I lean too far away. That's why. Cue me alone in my room making bear noises. That's not the start of a joke.
It could be worse. I'm here alone staring at a camera and saying good evening, mortals.
Listening to bear noises.
listening to a friend attempt to make bear noises. Like
Kendall nods in a way that he assumes comes off as sagely and ultimately is just an expressionless tin man nodding at a bear, and then he goes to join the party.
Okay. The bears, as soon as you leave, don't really do anything. They're bears. They're just bears.
They expressionlessly sit down.
Yeah, they rest. They're bears. Her side buds are unbearable? What? Oh god. This would be Moose's favorite episode. We should really get her involved. Anyway. Welcome to... So there's 3 guards here. And as you guys all approach, one of them holds a hand up and says, I assume you're here to speak to Casimir.
Yes, I was told by one of your kind to come here to speak with him in case he needed some assistance.
He nods. One moment. He steps inside, and after a few minutes comes back out. Bears of bears. He says...
The guard or Casimir?
The guard. He says, go on inside.
Howard again bows. Very politely.
He nods back, but does not bow. And they step aside. That's not my name. Please read my name.
Jordan.
Did you just look at my name and we're like, fuck that?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Are these drow?
They're not drow.
Okay. Cool. It's not like what elves and drow have a rough history.
I mean, drow and everyone has a rough history, so fucking...
True.
Drow and goddamn mind flayers have a rough history, and that's saying something.
It's like drow and mind flares, and drow and humans, and drow and other drow. Damn drow. Ruining drow land.
It's called Menzo Baranzin, but okay.
Much.
Return to Castle Bearloft. Sorry, what was that, Kendall? Could you repeat? The drow were speaking over you.
You drow are a contentious lot.
You've just made an enemy for life.
And drow live a long time. Anyway. Yeah, so you step in and you find a small home. Seated at the table is a somewhat rough-looking elf who has a kind of haunted look on his face. Does anyone say anything when they walk into this guy's house?
I look at Howard. He's the one that wanted to come here. I don't know what was going on.
Good morning. You are Casimir, I suppose.
He nods. I am.
I
Please see this. This is what him look like.
Is he a ghost?
No.
Okay.
It's,
Are we sure?
he doesn't look like a ghost.
Is he that color?
No, that's just artistic style.
Is he posed
Actually,
like
wait,
that?
wait.
Just
Yeah, no, he
sitting?
doesn't look. No,
What
he's
is that?
sitting.
He just like
What is
he just like looks over sexily at us and he's like, "Hello."
yeah.
And he's got
Wow,
a dagger and we're like, and Grim's like,
Wow.
"Sure, why not?"
What does
Casimir is really edgy and hot.
What does the emblem of the magnifying glass on his arm mean?
It's all of Strahd's minions have that on them.
God.
Haven't you noticed that? Like, I thought it was obvious.
Now that you mention it.
I have bad news then. I just looked at my own picture. Guys, I have spoilers.
We're all minions.
Grim,
of
we
Strahd.
talked about this. Shush, shush.
Fuck. Jokes.
Just say jokes. Hey, Blair. Yeah, so anyway, he says, please, sit.
Howard approaches slowly and sits on the other side of the table.
He nods.
Grim sees that there's not many places to sit and just kind of sits on the floor.
Candle sits down and pats on his lap.
Okay.
Like at Grim or like
No, just looks at the party and says,
And
sorry, he says what?
he looks at the party and says, any takers?
Grim shrugs and sits on Candle's lap.
It's very uncomfortable.
That's fine.
He, Kev, you just got advantage on that check that I didn't call for. What? Anyway, so he says, what may I do for you?
I wish to
That's
know more
okay.
about
Can you refund him, Blackthorn?
who you are,
He says,
why you are here.
I am Casimir Velikov, and this is my homeland.
And you are an elven encampment, but you are not a kind of... do they look like a kind of elf I would have seen before?
They do not. But, you know, there are so many flavors of elf, it's really hard to tell.
I am not familiar with whatever kind of elf you are, if that
He
is
said,
okay to say.
he says, that does not surprise me. We are almost entirely extinguished.
And there are only men here. What happened to the women, the children?
He looks away with a pained expression on his face.
I'm sorry.
He shakes his head. You're an outsider. You don't know. Why do you care?
It is the business of the great Messiah of truth to care for every person. And I am sorry if it pains you to ask this, but I must ask.
Do you care for every person then? I'm sure Strahd can use the attention more than I.
Every person takes his care. Sometimes this care is a quick death.
So you've come to kill me then?
No, I have come to help you, I think. Can you tell me about Strahd?
I can.
What do you know of this man, this beast?
He's not been a man since he was a mortal. I know that he is a murderer and that he is a corrupter of the highest order. I also know that he is more powerful than any who exist in this place. He stares straight at you the whole time he's talking. He never looks away, not for a second.
Anything can be destroyed. Nothing is impervious.
He nods. He looks over at the door and nods at the door. You guys see an elf step back outside. The door is closed and you hear it locked. He then puts a orb on the table on a velvet cushion and touches it, saying a few words under his breath. You oppose Strahd then?
I only speak for the few that are with me, but we all oppose the evil in this land. That is Strahd, is it not?
He seems to think for a second. He says he is the primary evil, yes.
Then yes, I think we all, I can speak for myself, but I wish to see him destroyed, and I will bet my life that I will do it.
He thinks for a long moment. Then he turns and looks at Emerald and says, "And what think you?"
I was gone for a portion of this. What think I about what?
Destroying Strahd.
I believe that Strahd needs to be dealt with and this land freed.
He nods. It is perhaps too late for my people, but I may know a way to get back at him.
Power is at full attention. His body language has gone from very, very tense to like upright, kind of like leaning forward.
He continues addressing Emerald and says, "There's a place that I know of, a place that Strahd gained his power. His unholy pact was made in this place. If we could get there, we should find something to destroy him."
You mean you wish to destroy Strahd as well?
There is nothing that I require less in my life than this.
Then it seems we have the same project. Where is this place?
It is high in the mountains, at the top of Mount Baratok. A temple.
Aha! The temple, yes. I think we have been there once before.
He looks at you. You have been to this place?
The fog still is there.
Yeah.
He frowns for a moment and says, "Why would Strahd send you to that place? It is a secret he's kept from everyone. I have a source close to him that has told me. That is very strange. Perhaps this is a trap."
It is possible.
He looks around at you guys and then says, "Do something for me. If you go and remove the ghost from Argon Vostolt, I'll believe the words that you speak, and we may discuss this further. But I
you do not wish.
fear that you may be closer to Strahd than you are letting on, and that all of my work may now come to naught."
I only wish to impress upon you the severity of our oath to destroy this beast. Is there any other way we can convince you of this?
Clear the ghost. Surely if you oppose Strahd, you will not mind destroying a thing that he has required to exist.
Candle says,
That seems reasonable.
Okay? Grim, now's your chance.
So, first of all, I have questions.
He looks over at you and says, "Ah, you're older than you appear."
Thank you.
There's no you gotta wait for a check, buddy.
And I have my youthful face. It gets me lots of places. And she winks at Emerald, and then goes back to talking to this guy.
Okay?
Immediately, Emerald is typing.
Yeah, I saw that too. That was pretty funny.
So, what is that? And she points to the thing he's got on the desk.
He says, "It's something that blocks scrying. It is a very well-known secret that he regularly looks in on those he opposes. I assume I'm one of them."
Looks in, like he's viewing them, or looks in, he reads their minds?
It may be both. I choose to take precautions against it.
That's fair. 2. So, the Vistani people, are they with Strahd, or are they against Strahd? That's something I have not understood.
He looks at you and says, "The halfling people, do they oppose Strahd? Are they for him?"
I've yet to meet another halfling here, so I don't know. This one opposes Strahd.
And all humans, do they all oppose Strahd? The Vistani are a people. A great number
That's
of
fair.
them exist.
No, my apologies.
The current clan is perhaps more supportive of him than their ancestors were. But I bear the name Velikov because of the Vistani. While I disagree with what they're doing now, I simply will wait. They're a people,
yeah.
like any other.
Of course, my apologies. That was really racist of me, and I shouldn't have assumed. So this group here in this camp. Yes, no, or just
I would watch your words around them.
Of course. So I guess they're just biding their time, I guess.
For what?
Mm.
I think you misunderstand. The Vistani do not have a goal or a plan. The Vistani are simply a people. They exist, they live, they breed, they have sorrows and triumphs, and they die. But the Vistani are the only ones with true freedom. You should spend less time with conspirators.
third question. The ghost in Argenvostold.
Yes.
Is that the dragon?
Argenvost, yes.
Because it asked us to free its. Jordan, what was the phrasing that it used? Because it's like free its knights, I think.
1 second.
Gross.
What? I said 1 second. It was
Gross.
just a tip, yo.
Gross.
You're gross.
No, you.
Oh,
Uno
you got
reverse
me.
card.
You got me. I'm dead now. I have died. I am dead and have died.
The rest of the stream is silence.
It said specifically, my knights have fallen into darkness. Save them if you can. Show them the light they have lost.
Blah.
He nods. You shall have to discover what that means.
Oh, good.
That's a good question, Candle. Perhaps you should ask that in character.
Yeah, I would like to ask that next when Grim is done.
Oh, that makes sense. Well, now I just seem like a butthole.
No. I think that was why I posited it there, and I'm just gonna wait for my turn.
Okay. I am a butthole, though.
Grim does appear that she is done talking.
So I'm not a butthole?
No, you're still a butthole. Grim's just done talking.
Okay, fair enough.
When Candle speaks, by the way, he turns into a massage chair. Not intentionally. It's just kind of how he do.
It's just how acoustics work.
Yeah. And so he's gonna say,
What do you mean by the Vistani have the most freedom?
He says they can leave. They travel through the mists. They never tell us how they do so, but they do so. You can find Vistani in every land.
They stay in this wretched place.
They don't. Surely you've noticed that they all have wagons, yes?
Are they not here right now?
They are, but they come and go as they please.
Why would they ever return?
The lands that surround this one are not more hospitable. They're not better. At least in this place there is stability.
Can they bring us out with them?
I don't know that they've ever done such a thing, but they have brought others in.
That's all I wanted to know. Thank you.
He nods.
I mean, that does make sense. Like, my guide that was supposed to bring me here for the bout, or bring me somewhere for the bout, was Vistani.
Do you know what the great thing about do you know what the great thing about running games with you, Aki, is?
What?
Instant backstory. Like, just out of nowhere. That makes perfect sense. That's great. I love that. That's awesome. Great detail. 100% agree. We did not discuss that beforehand, but it just fits.
Ka-chow. Wait. Ka-chow.
You know how I just complimented you, Aki?
Instead, how about I go to your house and slam your cupboards?
What?
I said, I'm gonna go to your house and slam your cupboards. Interpret that as you will. Let's get on with it.
I think I just got a headache from trying to think about that.
This weird nosebleed.
Oh god. All right. Anyway, So he looks around and says, "Then it is settled. Go and cleanse Argenvostold, and perhaps we can do business."
Did Grim say Kachow in character?
I don't believe so, no.
No.
Okay, then Candle doesn't say.
Nice.
Good.
Any
and
ideas?
Would he say, huh, nice?
Absolutely.
Could you please say that for chat?
Nice.
Anyway. Would you say Howard?
Is there any way you are aware that we can cleanse the spirit of Argenvostold?
He shakes his head. I don't know how to cleanse a regular spirit from our lands. Never mind that of a dragon. Good luck. If you're resourceful enough to oppose Strahd, I'm sure this will be a simple thing.
I see. We will return when this is done.
Good. Oh, you may need this. And he hands you a leather vial case.
And what is this?
Inside, you will find several antidotes. You'll need them.
Antidote.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Is it magical or is it just a poison antidote?
It is both, I suppose.
Okay. I thank you very much. We can take all the help we can get.
He nods. Yeah, she is. Yeah.
And Howard will get up and take his leave.
Okay. I mean, she's a vampire,
I have
but she's
nothing
alive.
further to add. Does anyone else? I do not mean to speak for the rest of you.
I do not.
Here, I'll show
No.
you.
Very well. Let us be on our way, and we shall see you very soon. And he smiles at Casimir.
He nods and does not smile back.
Could you say that he looks expressionlessly back?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, she is. Sorry, you're right. I misread that thing. Okay, you step outside. What are you guys gonna do now?
Barrage.
Gonna get in the barrage?
Can we go? Can we kill all the Vistani?
Roll
Howard.
initiative.
Like, they're agents of Strahd. We should kill them all.
Wow, Grim, you were right. Grim and I discussed what would happen if this got revealed, and we were like, Howard's gonna want to kill them.
So just to be clear,
Oh.
you just talked to an elf who is like their people. You know, they have differing opinions. They all have beautiful internal worlds, and you guys were like, cool, let's murder them all.
I
Howard,
definitely wasn't.
I am not saying that all of them must die. Only the ones that will do the evil bidding of Strahd. The ones that do not wish to interfere, we can leave them alone. The rest of them give the choppy chop. That is all I am saying. I am
If
saying
they
that
resist,
some
they're
things
clearly
are
worshippers of
exact-
Strahd and have to
God,
die.
That
Power.
is precisely my point. They
Power
have
has
lost
been
their
to the
Oh
police
way in
academy.
maze.
God.
They have lost their way in the maze of life, and they must be set on the correct course, which is to be plucked from the maze itself, you understand?
Uh,
I'm gonna point to what I said in chat.
all hours are bad. I fully
Or-
read
or
that.
for
It's like,
short,
what?
Or for short, Ahab.
I was like, what? There's no white whale here. Howard took his paladin training at the police academy. Anyway, that was brutal and I assume non-canon, right?
Non-canon.
No, I'm talking about it jokingly to the group, but I'm trying like Howard's
Out
actually
loud in
saying
the
that
camp?
out loud.
You're
No, not
actually
in the
suggesting
camp.
that, Howard?
I'm not saying it out loud in the camp. I'm assuming we're some distance away from everything, considering we're far out from the camp.
Okay, two things. One,
Oh.
you are still very much in the camp.
Okay.
There are
then
elves
I
all
wouldn't have
around.
said it.
And
I wouldn't
two,
have said it loud enough that other people can hear.
cool. The other thing is, are you seriously suggesting it?
If I feel like it's a safe point in time and there's like nobody around, then yes.
Okay, just to be clear, you are seriously suggesting genocide.
Howard is suggesting genocide, correct?
Cool. You are now. Holy shit. Give me just one fucking moment here.
Wait, speaking of alignment hits, George, did you see what I did in the guy's house?
Yes, I did. But I'm not sure how you scrawled that in there with telekinesis.
A little rock, I guess.
Howard, I'm gonna need you to make a wisdom save. Candle, that would have made a lot of noise. So, did you do
using
that?
a pebble to scroll a candle was here wouldn't make a lot of noise.
Cool. So Howard, as you're walking away, in a smiling, happy voice, casually suggests genocide to the party. Anyone wanna bring that up, perhaps, while I look into some rules?
All I'm saying is that some people are not necessarily good while they are living, and they are better off dying because in the long run,
Sorry, what'd you
it
say
is
there,
better
Candle?
off for this land.
A guiding bolt Howard in the head. No Nazis in my party.
Roll it.
Actually?
No, not actually, but
Okay. I'm gonna look at Howard and
Like,
say,
quit it.
you can't go after an entire race for something that a few did.
No, I do not mean to attack the entire people. I mean only to kill the bad ones.
How? No, we're tabling this for like.
So Howard, you hear the sounds of whispered laughter all around you.
Candle just looks at you and says,
Howard, what the fuck? These are commoners.
Howard just left the game.
Sorry, my game was like acting up after
okay.
we launch it.
I got really concerned for a moment.
I have made my position abundantly clear.
They're
In
commoners.
times of great need, there must be hard choices, and
Our
I would
enemy
not.
is strong.
These are agents of Strahd that I seek to
They're
destroy.
commoners.
No, we're tabling this forever, at least until things are dealt with. That's not acceptable.
Very well. I shall consider this again in the future.
So Howard, you start to feel itchy. Howard?
Okay.
Cool. Also, please drop your alignment down to evil. There's no way that's okay.
So,
You're now just neutral evil. I honestly, I'm not sure that you would even suggest such a thing looking at your character sheet. But, it's your character. Fair enough. Yep. He's vengeance.
Are we at the barrage?
Yeah, you're there now.
Okay. Let's leave before genocide happens.
Mm-hmm.
Candle's just gonna say to Howard,
If you ever pose a material threat to commoners, I will destroy you.
that is understood.
Howard, the itchiness is getting worse.
I do not wish to kill a commoner.
Specifically against the... he's got the dark gift that gives him scraggy wolf-like
Candle
fur.
mounts up on the driver's seat of the barrage.
Okay. And you guys awkwardly ride out of the camp. Howard, the whole way away, your itch gets worse and worse and worse. Let's take a break there, guys, for a good 10 minutes. Sound good to everyone?
Yeah.
Come back at 7:40 maybe.
I'll be back at 7:40.
Sure.
But cool.
But cool.
I'm gonna stay here with chat because I love them.
I am also here.
With me? Because you love me?
No.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh. So, Blair needs, the points explained. Blackthorn, if you're still around, if you could. So we finished BioShock recently, and I don't know what to do with myself. I even played Drake Hollow, which maybe was a mistake, but I did it anyway. By the way, have you seen that game, Aki?
I was literally in the chat while you were playing the game.
Yeah, but you were audio only, weren't you?
For like part of it, because I needed to. Jordan,
Uh-huh.
I was in the chat watching the game.
Okay, Aki, hear me out here. Listen for a second. Listen. I'm very stupid.
I mean, that's a given, but like.
I feel like you'd like it. It's got a lot
You know
of...
what I like?
Me?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you too.
Yay. Also me?
Yeah, still you.
Do you like wife?
I love wife.
You what?
I like wife.
Okay. I'm kidding. I'm not a jealous guy. It is funny to watch people panic, though. What do you think of my cat?
I love your cat.
Would you like to take it? I don't want it.
No, I also don't want it.
Damn it. What were you gonna say?
Carball.
Oh, Carball. I've heard of that game. I should probably do a Carball stream at one point or another.
Keb Carball stream.
A Carball stream. A Kebbarl stream. Does wife still have the fluffy thing? What fluffy thing? The cat? Because I'm looking at a cat. Oh, actually, no, unfortunately we don't, Blair. So something that I've been thinking about maybe testing out on the channel is, and I'll ask right now because this is a good time when I got a couple people in the chat who could think about it. I've been thinking about trying out an MMO day on the stream where we play.
What MMO?
Huh?
What MMO?
A Final Fantasy, the 14th one. You know, the one that's actually popular right now.
Yeah. The one what people are playing.
The one that doesn't have any sexual harassment lawsuits around it.
Oh.
Did you not hear about that?
Is that Blizzard Activision?
Activision Blizzard has a shockingly full of bad things.
Allegations, yeah, a lot of allegations they have heard indeed.
Yeah.
Not great.
It's so bad most of their content creators have left. Which
Jesus
is
Christ.
brutal. There's I don't know if you've heard of Asmongold, but he's like the big WoW guy. He's jumped ship, which is insane. He's literally made his career off playing WoW. And he's not playing it anymore. So that's fun. So we're gonna play Final Fantasy, which is honestly a better game anyway. So, you know. The reason I ask, I've got Static, so 4 people who are gonna be playing with me every Thursday. And I think it would be kind of cool to do a playthrough of that game with the kind of the same people, kind of like what we used to do with Friend Tuesday time, but more consistent and you know, something fun. Do you have any opinions, friend?
I would watch that. I would
Would-
definitely watch that.
So I have confirmed some people. I want to wait a little bit before I reveal who they are, but I'm pretty excited about most of them. One of them will surprise you. So it's myself and 3 others. 2 of them are people that you expect me to play with.
Oh, I'm very surprised that you would be joining. That is very surprising.
Why are you
I've
like this?
I've gone through 3 sets of teammates in this game. I feel bad for all of them.
In which game? Are you playing Carball?
Yeah, I'm playing Carball.
You motherfucker! Blackthorn, we were talking about Thursdays. We're gonna be playing. We might try to do an MMO day on the channel to see how it works out. We're playing Final Fantasy 14, and I've got a team already picked out and everything. We just need to get a few things finalized. So, fantasized. Sorry, Blackthorn. Sorry, buddy. I'm pretty excited to try it. I'm actually like I'm a huge MMO fan, so it'll be interesting. I don't know how it's gonna go.
You're a
Though.
massive MMO fan.
You know, it's rude that you would point out my weight. I rode my bike to work to try and be healthier, but, you know, thanks. I'll go eat another donut, I guess, you fucking... Oh, you mean like MMO, like massive multiple... Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I'm gonna go eat a donut, unrelated.
Good for you. Love donuts.
I love donuts, too. It's a 7:40, my dudes.
Okay, well, with 1 minute and 20 seconds left on the clock and we're down 6-1, I'm going to abandon this game. Good luck out there, BioCo35. You'll need it.
Doxed.
Did you start a game of Rocket League?
Yes.
I believe that motherfucker played Rocket League while we were having a break and talking.
That's great.
Yeah, he's
That's
a
awesome.
monster. He's a monster.
Get you a candle who can do both.
I mean, Mod has a candle who can do both. Oh,
He
God.
attack. He also protect.
Honestly,
he also play Rocket League behind the back.
that was actually pretty good. Candle, so a couple of us play Rocket League with Candle sometimes, once in a blue moon, and well, obviously Candle's the only one who knows how to play the game, but he usually just does defense while we like go out there and try to touch the ball because it's fun, and literally nothing gets past him, and it's weird how good he is at it. It's very funny. And he says he's bad at it, so write that down. Anyway, welcome back, everybody. Everybody's back. Everybody's back. Let's play some Dungdins and Dargdins, shall we?
I think blue team would have preferred that I made at least 6 more saves than I did.
Yeah, well, blue team isn't me, so who the fuck cares? Eat
I'm
shit,
done
blue
with
team.
And friendship with blue team ended.
Now only friends with Strahd, am I right?
No, you're wrong.
Oh, apparently we're playing B&B, Bears of Bears.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so you guys in the early or mid-morning got on the barrage and headed out from the camp. Where are you headed to?
Did we talk about
Like Cab said.
possibly wanting to head up the tower to find Esmeralda?
You guys did not talk about that, no.
We did in the server a little bit.
I bring that up.
Okay.
But he seemed to be uncomfortable talking about Esmeralda, so perhaps
Perhaps.
I know, given what he said don't spend time with conspirators. Maybe she's an outspoken Vistani against Strahd.
I suspect that as well, Grim.
I mean, I hope it's not the other way and she's some sort of like far right, like fucking fascist.
I don't think fascism has been invented in D&D. Things are feudal and everyone's pretty okay with that.
You're feudal.
How are you very
Futile.
itchy?
But we
She
should.
didn't turn evil. She seemed reasonable the brief time that we met her, especially considering what she walked in on me doing.
Sure,
Fascism requires
but
more than
So
genocide.
did Lady Wachter. So I'm gonna take everything with a grain of salt now, at least.
That's very wise.
Democracies commit genocide all the time.
So I think we should maybe go and meet her, see what her reactions are about Strahd, and then head back to Argynvostholt.
Okay, where are you guys going?
I think we should go and speak with Esmeralda. See if she's still at the tower.
Okay. You guys head out.
So Emerald, I have a question.
Yes.
I hate that tone.
So why'd you look away? Just out of curiosity.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, that's how he's playing it. Okay, understandable. No idea what I'm talking about.
I look at Howard confused.
Howard is
Yes,
busy
me.
scratching himself all over, and his hair seems to have gotten longer. Or his beard, anyway.
Son of a bitch.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no, 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 no.
That was perfect.
really hope that got clipped. But anyways, Howard, are you okay?
There are flies everywhere. Do you not see them?
There are some flies around.
Are they touching Howard at all?
I mean, not any more than anyone else. As you watch, though, Emerald, you see that in the places he scratches, you can literally watch scraggy fur sprout from his skin as he does so.
So are surprise rounds a thing?
They are, yes.
I'm gonna look at Grim and Candle and then look back at Howard.
Okay. Howard now has patchy bits of fur over his visible skin.
Oh,
and
no,
like a Wild West, like, you know, in like Western movies when like they bring their hands slowly down to their gun, but he's doing that with like his fireball wand and his bear wand.
I just realized I can't look at Candle. He's outside the carriage driving.
Oh, that's
slowly.
so true. That's
So
exactly.
I look
what
at
happened.
Gwen and Grim. Those are the names that I meant too.
Kendall brings up the wand, accidentally brings up the chime instead.
Okay. Ding. Wait, what was that chime?
Yeah, that was like someone you spent like chat loot to get me that, and I don't know what it is still.
I'll copy it.
Thank you.
Howard.
Gwen
would
scoots
suggest
away
that-
from Howard slowly, trying not to make any sudden movements.
I'm sorry, you were saying, Emerald.
You're becoming a bit hairy, Howard.
Now that he mentions
I
it,
am.
you are indeed becoming hairier everywhere that you scratch, but the itch won't go away.
Oh no. I do not understand. I'm sorry.
Howard, this feels nothing like what it felt like to turn into a werewolf, just so you know.
What's happening, Howard?
I had no idea. I wish I knew. Is there any way I can like try to diagnose myself?
Medicine check, perhaps? I'm giving you disadvantage, though, because you literally can't stop scratching yourself. It doesn't matter. You are not aware of any diseases, sicknesses, or poisons that can cause people to randomly sprout hair aside from aging past a certain age. And it doesn't work like this.
I have no idea. I've never seen anything quite like this.
I'm going to grab the rope from my bag and hand it to Grim and say, "You're better at tying than I am."
Okay.
And then I'm gonna look at Howard and say, "Can I please have your hands?"
Yes, of course.
When Emerald says you're better at tying than I am, I wink at him.
God damn.
Alright. This may as well happen. D&D is already
Oh,
so
God.
goddamn weird.
Thirst trap.
What's the only way you can make Grim worse? Grim plus Bard levels.
Oh no.
Anyway, Howard, you're still itchy, and every time you try to give them your hands, you like can't stop yourself from pulling them back to scratch a new part of skin. You can also feel yourself itch underneath your armor and clothing, and it causes you to move around and fidget quite a bit. Kendall conducts the barrage, blissfully unaware of whatever conky shit is happening on it back there. Oh no.
Can I attempt to grab Howard's hands?
Yeah, sure, grapple check.
That is not gonna go
Athletics
great
versus
for me.
his.
Hello. No.
No.
Hello.
Hello,
Oh.
small child. Yep. So you grab his hands, and Howard is trying to let you do so, but he keeps bringing one or both of them back to scratch at a new section of skin, and as the journey continues, he's succeeding mostly. How are you? You feel like the itching is going down in certain places that you've scratched repeatedly. Uh, Gwen apparently is going to attempt to aid Emerald. So, Emerald, you got a 19, which still doesn't beat Howard.
Okay.
Yep. So this continues for a while with everyone trying to grab a hold of Howard's hands, and Howard basically pulling them away because the itching is
I'm gonna
maddening.
grab Howard's hands.
Okay, athletics check, please.
So I grab Howard's hands.
Casually rolls a 30. Jesus Christ.
I mean, to do that, she had to roll an 18. That's a stellar roll, no matter what way you cut it. Howard, I'm going to let your old athletics apply unless you would prefer to re-roll.
Nope.
Okay.
So I grab Howard's hands and I look at Emerald and I smile and I say, "Looks like you'll have to do the tying."
Oh god. Oh god, why is this a
I
thing?
will pilot this ship.
What is the check for tying
It's survival, and fuck, I hate this too.
Eh.
All right, great, thanks.
I should have given the rope to Gwen.
Anyway, so you tie him up, and he continues to fidget, but the journey continues mostly uneventfully. That is until you get about halfway there. When you reach here, you run into a caravan, a couple carriages with Vistani. They're parked up across the road, kind of blocking the path. It doesn't appear to be a purposeful ambush, but they are taking up the whole road. One of them flags you down, Kendall.
I slow the barrage, because obviously there's an obstruction in the road, bring it to a stop, and I turn to the guy and say,
What do you want?
He says, "Do you have a spare wheel?"
No.
Oh. Well, do you mind helping us move our carriage off the road then? We need to get another wheel put in place, and it looks like we don't have any.
Grim hops down from the carriage.
Okay. You walk, you step away from an increasingly hairy Howard, who immediately slips his bonds.
Just for the record, I can't see what's happening in there. I just see that the door's open and Grim's gotten out.
Yep. One of them looks down at you, Grim, and give me a insight check, please. Dope.
Halfling luck.
He looks at you.
Halfling
Oh,
luck.
fuck
bitch.
you. All right. He looks at you with a
No,
sort
I'm
of.
trying to fuck Emerald. There's the difference.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
I want to die. It looks like he briefly
You're not
looks.
allowed.
Stop. He looks at you with a brief flash of kind of a hunger, which you recognize immediately as greed. But it passes almost instantly. And he says, "Oh, can you help there, miss?
Yeah, I can help.
You're the one who helped find the girl, right? Yes?
I suppose.
Oh."
Which carriage has the broken wheel?
He points to the one in the middle of the road. It does indeed have a broken wheel.
Okay.
He walks over and says, "Are you sure you can lift this?"
Kendall's gonna say,
You want to make a
He looks and says, "Nah, I've heard the rumors. I'm just surprised to see that you're smaller than the rumors stated. Anyway, if you come help me here. Hey, do you have anyone else in the carriage that could help us out?" One of the other Vistani goes to the back of the carriage.
It's fine. Leave it be, please. Can I do an intimidation check?
Yeah, against this guy?
Yeah.
Sure. Yep, that's intimidating. Give me a moment.
So Grim with a smile on her face. Leave it be, please.
Sorry, one sec. I just need a second to make a check here.
Yeah, no worries.
did I just hear a bub?
You did?
Yeah, he's definitely sleeping.
I can hear
I
that.
don't know if you can hear the noises behind me.
Okay,
Sleep.
so the guy, like, is visibly shaken and says, how about I go get this side, and goes to the other side of the carriage. The other Vistani knocks on the back of the carriage and opens the door. As he opens the carriage door, he sees Gwen sitting as far away from Hauer as possible, although staying close enough to get within catching range. And Hauer, who is at this point now about 90% covered in a thick, matted fur coat, still very human-shaped, although hairier than a human. And I think that's it in the back there, right? Emerald, are you in the back? Okay, and Emerald staring directly at Hauer, although I guess you probably look over when the door opens.
I will step out, closing the door behind me.
Okay, the Vistani says, "What was that?"
That is our friend. He practices druidic arts.
He says he's a druid, and he makes a sign in the air.
Do I know what the sign means?
You've seen Vistani make it before.
Okay.
They do it to ward off evil.
Not.
Oh, is it like someone crossing themselves?
Similar, yeah. It's the symbol of the evil eye.
I will look in the general direction of the hill and say, not like the ones that live over there. We came from outside these lands. What do you need?
He says, I was just seeing if we can get more help moving the carriage, but I think we can do it ourselves.
I believe Grim will be more than capable of assisting you.
He says, she's a little small, isn't she?
Can we
She's
please
quite
have
strong.
that moment where I lift the thing?
Yeah.
Give me
Right
a
at that second where he's like, I think she's a little small.
give me a strength check. I would like to remind you that taking 10 is a rule that exists.
No.
All right.
Also, when Candle sees that Grim's about to lift it, he vaults down off of the wagon, runs up, slaps her on the back, and says,
Good job.
"And now you get to add a D4."
I'll allow it. Sure, why not? Wow, such help, much chow.
Very guidance.
So Grim gets up close to it, looks at the carriage. Grim, you can see that it's only the one wheel that's broken, so you just really need to take the weight off this wheel. Should be fairly easy. So Grim looks around, spits in one hand, rubs them together, goes under the wagon, because again, Grim is very small, and just lifts it casually up, then walks it to the side of the road and puts it back down. Oh no, not that song, Ambi. Why?
Candle uses the wand of conducting to play like a little triumphant horn piece when she comes back.
Okay. So the Vistani are now looking at Grim, and one of them hands another one some steel. You can see. Then they say, "Thank you. Good luck on your journey, I suppose."
You're welcome. I really hope that this was just an inconvenience and oh well, back where I was from, there'd be bandits that would purposely break a wheel just to have a road blocked so that they could steal things. I know that's not true here, but
He looks at you quite angrily and says, "You think we're thieves?"
no, not at all. I'm saying that's back where I'm from. But
Well,
I'm glad to see this was just a broken wheel. Unfortunate. But now you can repair it.
yeah. Be on your way then.
Have a lovely day.
Thank you for the help. And he turns away from you. And you guys continue on your way. Nothing bad having happened.
Before Candle starts up the barrage again, he just gets back into the driver's seat and turns around and says to whoever is still outside the carriage,
What's happening back there?
I'm gonna look at Candle and then look to the Vistani who are still here and say Howard's having some issues with his druidic capabilities since we got here.
"Now, Candle. Oh no, I've got the band of intelligence and I've got a lot of wisdom. I can pick up what you're laying down there. I'm pretty sure."
What's your insight?
Yes.
I'm just going to look at your character sheet, because that's not an answer. No, I don't need you to make the check. I just need to see your insight. 7, yeah, you pick it up pretty much immediately. Hey, Ambi. I wasn't talking
Candle,
about
although
you today,
Candle
don't
not
worry.
having any kind of deception is going to say,
Ah, yes, his druidic magic. I see what
Oh,
you
no.
mean.
Roll deception.
Why? Oh, that couldn't be any more
"Yes,
perfect.
let's go!"
You botched it.
I know.
You botched your deception roll.
Candle, when he says that, in order to mimic winking, one of the lights behind his gemstone eyes clearly goes out, and an obvious wink, and then comes back on.
Candle winks, but one eye
Okay.
at a time. Wink, wink. Very slow blinking.
I cannot believe I'm saying this, but they don't react in any way.
Do they just fully believe that he's druidic?
They did not react. I am neither confirming nor denying that I didn't beat a 2.
Oh.
But I did, and I'm lying to them right now. I'm making them believe that I
Dumb and
failed to beat
Dumber
a 2.
on the road.
But they didn't.
Oh, this is amazing.
They're just not incompetent. Anyway, so you continue on your way, being none the worse for wear.
Good job.
And you journey, and you journey. You reach the tower just as night is falling. And we will go over there. Oh, Ambi, remind me to talk to you about a thing that I found that will make you very excited. And maybe a little bit too excited. Anyway. You reach the tower. As you cross the bridge, when you get to the bottom, you see Von Richten and Esmeralda are outside, arguing. In fact, you get close enough to them arguing that they are genuinely surprised to see you, especially because you're being drawn by bears. Oh, for those just joining, the barrage is what they called their carriage, which is drawn by 2 bears.
Can you put me on this map, please?
Absolutely not.
Thank you. Oh, look at all these corpses. I wonder who
Yeah.
did that.
1 second.
Can we hear what they were arguing about? When you're done doing what you're doing.
Yes, just give me a moment. I mean, it's basically Moose's carriage, yeah. Okay, no more corpses. Don't worry about it.
There's still 2 corpses.
No, there aren't. Shut up. Wait, what?
That one moved. It's still alive, guys.
No, it's not alive. It's a corpse, and it's gone. You do note that there is a corpse floating in the water by the bridge as you go by. It's a wolf corpse. Why, Grim, are you pointing out the carriage that they have?
Definitely no B&Ds here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just making sure that everyone knows that there's
There was
definitely no
not a
B&Es.
B&E here. Got it.
Also, on a side note, Candle, there is, on a completely unrelated note, for no reason whatsoever, there are more font choices.
Okay. Anyway, so they are clearly arguing.
Oh my god.
They are clearly arguing about Esmeralda going somewhere and von Richten thinking it's insane. And when you approach, they both shut up and look at you.
Candle looks back expressionlessly.
I'm going to step out of the carriage and look at Von Richten and just say, Howard needs you now.
He nods and goes to the back of the carriage and says, "What's wrong? Is he injured?"
You'll see.
As you open the door, you see von Richten make the same sign that the Vistani did.
He's not actually a druid. You people know that, right?
He says, "No, he's a werewolf. Wait."
Sorry, we encountered a couple.
He looks again and he says, "Wait, no. This is no lycanthropy. What is this?" He, if I recall correctly, you guys haven't told von Richten that Hauer is indeed a werewolf yet, have you?
Yes, we have.
Okay.
Because we
did,
had to
yeah.
redo the test.
We had to tell him. Yeah,
Right. I remember. Okay, cool. So you go up. He walks up and says, "How are you feeling, Sir Hauer?"
Am I able to talk?
Yeah, absolutely. You actually feel very normal now, aside from, being quite hairy.
It was the strangest thing. I felt itchy, and the harder I scratched, the more it went away. And the hair, as you see, replaced my skin, and the itch was gone after.
He nods and says, "What happened before that?"
I was merely commiserating with my friends that we may have to destroy the enemies of us, the allies of Strahd, the Vistani.
He's nodding along with you right up until that last word, and he steps way back and says, "What?"
Candle's gonna say,
It's characterized words, Howard.
My apologies. I mean to suggest that there are allies of Strahd working from within the Vistani, and they must be destroyed.
He says, so you are not advocating for the destruction of the Vistani as a people, then?
No, there are differences between the Vistani. This I understand, but I am extremely
nods.
skeptical. Yeah, I am extremely skeptical that they are not working for Strahd in some way. There must be some of them who are working at his behest.
He looks outside the carriage and makes a hand motion. Anyone outside can see he's pointing to Esmeralda to go inside the tower. She looks at him and looks like she's going to protest, then sees the look in his eye and goes inside the tower. He says, "Well, this hair. Let me try something." He pulls out a holy symbol in silver and presses it to your skin, none too gently. When he does so, you immediately feel a great deal of pain, and your skin begins to rash horribly. He takes it away as soon as it becomes apparent that it's hurting you. But for at least a full minute, and what feels like much longer to you, the skin continues to blister and bubble, as if he was still holding it against your flesh. It's the pain is extremely distracting, and the hair doesn't immediately regrow in that area, so you've just got this horrible, nasty-looking skin lesion in the shape of a holy symbol that you actually don't recognize. You did note when he took it off of his chain, it was on a chain of many different holy symbols.
I don't understand. Do you think this is a curse?
He nods and says, "It is similar to lycanthropy, but it is not. You have full control of your faculties, and you haven't assumed the shape of the wolf. I must go study, excuse me." And he gets out and goes to the tower.
Well, I suppose we could try to search for some other help, but for now it seems I'm stuck like this.
Well, we can at least come talk to Esmeralda.
Yes.
We also, and at this Grim
No, he's got a dark
Gives a-
gift.
full turn of her head towards Candle, fix her door.
Candle's gonna look at Grim and say,
Do I look like a handyman?
I can help him.
No,
Although-
but you look like you like to help.
I don't know anything about fixing doors, unfortunately.
It weirdly
sure
never
we
came
can
up
figure it out.
in Candle's cleric training. He didn't learn how to repair broken hearth doors. Sorry, home doors. Sorry, just doors.
I am sure we can figure it out together, Candle.
So while that is going on, I would like you two to please give me... Is craft still a skill?
It would normally be a tool roll.
Right. Does either of you have carpenter's tools?
"Hell no."
Should mending apply
Hell
in this case?
no.
I don't know the extent of how broken the door was.
Mending would not work because this is a break much larger than a foot. But,
He broke the full door off, right?
yeah,
How big are the hinges?
it doesn't matter. The full door is the object.
But what if he fixes the hinges?
Then the hinges will be... Actually, the hinges are currently fine. They're in perfect condition. They're made of metal, you see. The wood splinters that used to be the door frame, not so much. It's too big for mending.
I don't know that, so I'm gonna hand them a scroll of mending.
Great.
Because I don't know magic.
Fair enough. So I'm gonna need you guys to give me a intelligence check with disadvantage when you figure out the mending scroll doesn't work, and we're gonna go to the rest of the party, who's going to go talk to Esmeralda apparently.
I'm gonna bring Emerald and Gwen along so that Howard and Candle can fix the door.
I will follow.
Okay. You all enter the tower and find Esmeralda waiting just inside. She was once again arguing with why can't I remember what Rictavio's real name is? Von Richten.
Rudolph van Richten.
Yeah. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Monster Hunter. Anyway, they stop as soon as you walk in, and she looks over and says, "Your friend decided that my people should be killed? Is that correct?"
Our friend decided that servants of Strahd should be killed. Not all of your people serve Strahd, to my knowledge.
I understand. Why are you here?
We vanished into the mists and figured we would come back to check in with you and Rictavio. Sorry,
As well
Van
as right some wrongs that were done.
Right some wrongs?
They're outside right now.
Oh, yes, my wagon that was broken into. I noticed nothing was stolen.
Our Candle, who's the Warforged, thought maybe somebody was trapped in there. So.
She looks at you. You know what? Give me a deception check there, Grim.
No, because that is what Candle said.
No, my actual that's close. I was thinking that
Okay.
like there may have been enemies lying in wait.
Okay. Then I would have said that there was enemies lying in wait.
Okay, she nods and says, so he's a poor liar. Still, we are all in this together, so says Von Richten. Will you help me break into Strahd's castle?
Oh, now we're doing B&Es. Yeah, okay, Esmeralda.
Oh, so now bees are fine. Got it.
So what's good for the goose isn't good for the gander, huh?
I have a couple of questions for you before pursuing that, before agreeing.
He nods.
That's to Esmeralda.
Sorry, she nods.
What do the Vistani hold against druids? The same symbol that Rictavio made is the symbol that the people we met on the road made when I said that Howard was druidic.
She thinks for a moment and says, "This symbol?" And she makes the sign.
Yes.
Oh, that's the symbol to ward off the evil eye. It's used to make evil look away from you, I suppose. It's ineffective, to say the least.
And a more personal question to you. When we mentioned you to a Vistani that we came across, they were not your biggest fan, to put it lightly.
Was it Luvash?
Yes, actually.
Yes, well, I wouldn't sleep with him. That makes sense.
Is that it? That's the...
I also left, which is not allowed in our culture. I'm not sure when he started hating me, but I suspect it was the former more than the latter.
So Grim kind of like smiles and just like, so to be perfectly clear, he asked you to sleep with him. You said no because you weren't interested, and then he started being a shithead?
It's somewhat more complicated than that, but, you know.
Ugh.
I left to pursue training under Von Richten, actually.
Let's go back to the camp. I just want to talk.
She shakes her head. He's an idiot, but he's not. He's harmless. He won't be able to do anything with the elders watching over him.
He won't be able to do anything, that's for sure.
Now, is there anything else you require, or can we discuss my plans?
What is your reason for breaking into Strahd's castle?
Well, to kill him. What else would I do?
I would like to make a stop in Kretsk before we do that.
Why?
To recruit an angel.
An angel. Here?
We also have business in Argenvostold.
The abbot that resides in Kretsk.
The abbot cannot be an angel.
We have seen it.
But all those people.
He has lost his way.
Angels do not lose their way. They're extensions of their God's will.
They do have their own thoughts, and by being disconnected from your god for an extended duration of time, I imagine he has become corrupted.
She shakes her head. You don't understand. Angels are good in the way that demons are evil. It's not simply that they choose to be good or evil. It is literally part of their being. They can't make decisions that are evil. Their connection to their gods prevents such a thing from occurring. More to the point, an angel wouldn't be able to be separated from their god. They're nothing without it.
So what does that mean then?
It means you must have been fooled. It's not an angel.
I
But
describe
stat block said angel.
What did you say, Candle? I regretted asking.
I was just kidding. I said, but the stat block said angel.
Shush you.
I describe what the abbot looked like when he wasn't in his.
She nods and says, "That does sound like an angel, but it doesn't mean he actually was one. Perhaps it was an illusion, or any number of things. Perhaps he was an illithid controlling your minds.
A what now?
Never mind. They're not important here. Still, that's concerning. If he truly is an angel, then we should do everything in our power to avoid the place." I would actually be more interested in speaking with the mage at the north of the lake. It's said that he once opposed Strahd and is a very powerful wizard in his own right. Perhaps he could help, but these are too many distractions. We must strike before Strahd is aware of our full plan. Von Richten speaks up and says, "We must not. Absolutely not. We are not prepared. Strahd certainly is."
I agree with Van Richten.
You
I do
are
not
outside
believe-
fixing a door.
Oh, right, my bad.
And doing it poorly, by the way. Candle, you do not have an axe, and you do not get 5 wood. What was the other thing? Howard, are you trying to make nails out of your chainmail? Because I don't think that's how that works.
No, originally I had this vision that like I'm trying to use my extra chainmail because I have 2 to like reinforce the hole in the door, but I'm trying to figure out like how to do it.
The door was smashed off its hinges. There's no hole. It's just the door frame is busted. What it needs is a couple pieces of like straight wooden boards for the door to sit in and some nails to reattach the hinges.
Okay. So then I'm gonna start looking in the tower area to see in the bottom floor because I remember it was like got rickety scaffolding everywhere.
Okay, it's around the outside, so you go take a look. I need both of you and Candle, to make intelligence checks still. With disadvantage, because neither of you have carpentry tools or are proficient therein. Anyway, what were you guys talking about?
I believe that before we attack Strahd, we should gather more allies.
She shakes her head. More allies just means more ways for him to find out about our plans. Even we can't even guarantee that anywhere outside this tower is free from his eyes. She looks around. Even this tower, honestly.
So, I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, but she kind of glances at Emerald momentarily. And I believe there were people that did try to fight Strahd, and it did not go so well for them.
She nods. There have been, to my knowledge, dozens and dozens of groups, the most successful of which were the Order of the Silver Knights in Argynvostolt, the mage to the north of the lake, now known as the Mad Mage. There was Azalin, who of course became a lord in his own right. And of course, all of the people like you who've come through the mist and died in one way or another.
Sorry, Azalin?
Mm-hmm.
The Lich, Azalin.
Lich is in, like...
A dead wizard.
Yeah, one with a phylactery.
That's correct. How did you know that?
Fought one. Well,
You fought a Lich.
yeah.
I'm gonna need you to roll deception, Grim.
Can I roll this privately because of the thing we talked about?
Yeah, /GR will send it to me. While that's going on, she looks around and says, the more people we involve, the more likely it is that we fail. She does look at you with some more respect, though, Grim. She says, Azalin, it doesn't matter. Azalin is... His land no longer borders Barovia.
What do you mean, no longer border? Did he move his land? Oh, I mean, he's a lich, so perhaps he could do whatever he wants.
No, the mists did. You truly
Sorry.
don't understand this place, do you?
The mist... I've never seen... Okay, I've fought a great many things. I've done a great many things. But mists moving land?
She nods. Barovia is not alone here. I cannot tell you how many places exist. But all of them have the mists. We're gonna end it there. I think that's a good spot, with you finding out about your existential nightmare. How's everyone doing?
We restarting next week, because...
I'm sorry, what was that?
Where are we starting next week? Just, like, literally right after that sentence?
Yes. Yes, it'll be right after all of them have the mists. Which probably sounded like absolute ass coming through that mic. I'm so sorry. Welcome to the splash screen. Thanks, guys, for joining me for D&D. That was fun. I missed the time. Remember the last time we played D&D when the world was on fire?
You missed the time.
I fogged it. Wait, fuck. So I'm gonna say you guys are level 8. You can have 900 experience. You're welcome.
Did you add my experience from the week that we...
Absolutely not. I simply deleted your character sheet.
Okay.
So Howard,
That's what we're at right now.
Okay, good.
Yes, Grantiferous Malcomblant.
Malcombient. I don't know why you guys have such a hard time reading English. So I have some good news for you. The fur actually has a purpose. Would you like to know the purpose?
Sure.
Not really.
Okay, so
Wait, can we bargain? What if we learn the purpose and you give us 7,300 XP?
Okay, tell you what. Let me tell Howard what the purpose is, and depending on his reaction, I'll give you that much XP. So you now have a thick coat of scraggy wolf-like fur, which gives you advantage on Constitution saving throws made to resist the effects of cold weather. And you have resistance to bludgeoning damage from non-magical weapons.
Neat.
Also, you have a painful allergy and mental aversion to silver, which cause you to break out in blistering rashes on contact. When you're exposed to silver or in base physical contact with it, you suffer disadvantage on all attack rolls and dexterity checks for a full minute after you stop touching it.
That is also cool.
You're happy with that?
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Okay, well, I don't like being lied to, so you guys can't have the XP. But it's the end of the night, guys. You know what that means. It's time to do the votes. So we'll have our players, of course, vote for who they liked best, and chat will also get a vote. Just one vote because, you know, I'm bad at I'm bad at democracy. Yeah. I don't know. Anyone need that explained? I think we're good, right? Grim, who do you want to vote for?
So as much as I want to give it to Candle with his constant expressionlessness, because again, it cracks me up every goddamn time. I am so glad that I had to mute a whole bunch of times tonight because I lost my shit. It was so funny. I'm gonna give it to Emerald tonight because Emerald's always really good with roleplay, and especially missing like with the questions that he thought of for Esmeralda, and just the roleplay in general tonight was really good, so I want to reward that.
Okay. Next up, Howard.
I think I'm going to give that one to Grim tonight. The intimidation check was really cool, and lifting up the wagon and throwing it up, like basically just like one-handing the wagon off to the side was pretty sweet. And I liked some of the questions you were asking, like following up with what's his name, Casimir. That was really cool as well. So I think I'm going to give it to you because your role playing was on point.
Okay. Kendall.
It's a tie between Gwen and Grim for the, yeah, like you mentioned earlier, Grantiferous Malcombient. The like really fluid, organic nature of adding backstory to characters through simple interactions. I like that Grim and Gwen both do that a lot, but I know that Gwen already has inspiration, so I'm voting for Grim because I am a metagaming piece of shit.
All right, I'm glad you admitted it. Emerald.
Other proficiency resistance. I just saw that. I want to give it to Howard for both in character and out of character reasons.
Fur? How insensitive of you.
Both the
That's racist.
roleplay that he did, but also for checking with the group out of character after the rant that he went on. I feel like that was really good of Howard. That was put into the Discord chat. I'm not sure if you saw it, GM, but
I did. Yeah, I just didn't have time to comment.
Can see, but it's something that is very appreciated. I personally wasn't uncomfortable with it, but it is something that I know can bother other people.
For what it's worth, on the topic, I don't think that Howard, the person who is playing this character, agrees with those beliefs. I think he's playing a character who has seen a whole lot of evil and doesn't trust anyone acting appropriately in a land that literally turns you evil. So just to be clear, there is a very serious in and out of character divide here, which I happen to know for a fact that Howard is not a huge friend of people who like genocide. So I feel quite comfortable with it myself. Anyway, yeah.
I'd note there was another item bought today.
Emerald, who did you vote for again? Sorry.
Howard.
Howard. Okay. And Gwen. Who would you?
I'm gonna vote for Kendall and his blissful unawareness of what was happening in the caravan.
Okay. So, wait. So that's one vote for Candle, one vote for Grim, one vote for Howard, and one vote for
Emerald.
So I have to tie break.
I thought that was 2 for Grim.
Was it 2 for Grim?
Yeah.
Who voted for Grim?
Okay, I voted Emerald.
I voted Grim.
I voted Grim.
Okay, that's Grim. So Grim, okay, you gain inspiration if you did not already have it. The chat vote. Maud, would you like to announce the chat vote?
Yeah, sure. The chat vote was a tie between Candle and Howard. No reasons given, but I will also let you tie break that one.
I'm going to controversially tie break in favor of Howard for being an evil dickbag who's definitely getting murdered soon.
God.
Because, I mean, this place sucks, man.
I love and hate this game. This is awesome.
Like, I'd like to point out that the entire time you've been here, you can legitimately say that you did a good, heroic thing once. In the entire time you've been here. Except for possibly Emerald killing the garbage demon in the basement of that house that disappeared immediately after you left it. Which, to be clear, Howard died in. So it's a little tainted.
We also saved the winery and killed an evil giant tree.
That is true. How many people were happy with that?
I have no
I'm sure
idea.
quite a few.
Yeah, but they're happy about the wine, not the tree. My point being, there's very little good you can actually accomplish here. This game is designed to wear your characters down to bring them to Strahd's level, and it works. Like, it's a lot to deal with. And watching Candle and Howard roleplay that well is nice. I like that. That's cool. Howard I'm going to tie break in favor of because, honestly, he did the thing more today. That's all. So Howard, you get some chat loot. Roll a d10.
Woo!
Kind of fun to reflect on. Yeah, that like as Elian, the most heroic thing I did was kill myself.
Yep.
Oh God, that's awful.
That's dark.
It's also
That
true.
is some dark ass shit. Super
Oh, can you roll another d10 there, Howard?
Ooh.
Okay, so Howard, you gain a potion of animal friendship
true. Dope.
and motherfucker, this sucks for me, a Brazier of Commanding Fire Elementals.
Oh my god!
What the
What the fuck
fuck?
is that?
It's a rare magic item. It's hugely powerful. Oh my god, this roll is insane. Also on this list was a +3 halberd, a +2 shield, a +1 shield, another +1 shield, a reserve ion stone. Mother of God.
For the record, the Brazier of Commanding Fire Elementals, Says, while a fire burns in this brass brazier, you can use an action to speak the brazier's command word and summon a fire elemental, as if you had the conjure elemental spell. It can't be used this way again until the next dawn. So once per day, light a fire in it, summon a fire elemental. Congrats, it's yours.
Motherfucker, that's
so
gonna
real
be.
quick. So real quick, if we combine it with the wand of bears,
You can light some bears on fire.
You can conjure a fire bear elemental.
a fire bearamental.
So
Okay, we gotta work on this.
I could genuinely change it so that the fire elemental just always takes the shape of a bear. No reason. It just likes it. Oh my god. And Grim, did you purchase something earlier? I didn't see it.
I did.
Yes, it was a bag of holding for Emerald.
All right. Emerald, you bag of holding.
Okay.
Oh my god, in like one round, run through Strahd's house and take all of his shit.
Oh my god! Strahd's fucked. Strahd's screwed.
Strahd's just like sitting there, like enjoying, like, you know, a glass of
Steam.
wine. Question.
Blood.
A glass of Steve. And he's just like sitting like, what is that sound? And then all of a sudden he hears like fucking Emerald's fast little feet on the fucking like on the cobblestones, and all of a sudden he's just like runs in and just like slams the bag of holding. Yeah, he like slams the bag of holding down on Strahd and just like zoops him into the bag of holding.
Oh my god.
I would like to point out that the bag of holding doesn't increase its aperture size more than the bag itself, so you can't fit
Right.
Strahd inside of it. You could fit his cup in though.
Not with that attitude.
Actually, yeah, if we dismembered him, we could fit him.
Yeah,
No,
that's
that's-
fine.
So anyway,
It's called slap chop, Jordan.
Howard,
Oh, I love that.
And then you steal the bag
Not all
and throw it to the bottom
Stanny,
of the ocean.
hashtag.
Howard. By the by, Blair says you're welcome
Aw,
for the fire elemental thing.
thank you, Blair. Love you.
Yo, Blair, hell yeah.
That honestly, if someone had posted that as custom loot, I probably wouldn't have allowed it. But since it's randomized, I feel like I'm going to.
You kind of have to.
Yeah, it feels different. It hits different. Anyway, I'm gonna go. That was crazy. Thank you everyone for being here. It was a good time. I love you all very
Okay.
much.
Wait, we've got one more custom loot.
Aki, could you liaise with Gwen after game for that? Because I gotta wrap this up.
But that's okay.
That's okay. I think
Cool.
I'll have to review it. But at any rate, it was great. You guys are awesome. Thank you for playing with me, everyone.
Have a good
Bye.
night.
Bye.
And chat, I will be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. to play something I don't know. Anyway, have a good one, everyone. Bibbles.